Hello everybody and welcome to my series that kind of died, but then some people started watching it, so yeah. It's the second episode. Hope you're having a good day, so let's just get right into the episode. So in this episode we're going to be creating a GUI. The operating system is pretty much how I left it, kind of changed it a bit. Let's move up and let's go to our assembly info.cs. Should be around line 21. After all the assemblies, you want to write this in. I'll leave the link to this in the description. Go ahead and copy this, put it there. Copy this, put it there. Right click your references, add reference, assemblies extensions, and then you want to click on cosmos.core, no, just cosmos.common. We won't need these right now, so let's click that. One step at a time. And as you can see, all the errors should resolve. If you have any problems with the references or whatever, just comment below. I'll try to help you as much as I can. Okay, the next thing we're going to want to do is just go up into our solution. Add, oh my bad, we want to change this to user. Okay. Sorry, I forgot about that. Anyway, new project, C# operating system. You could find this under installed, and then Cosmos, if you installed Cosmos correctly, the way that I showed you in the first episode. But then again, Cosmos could change, so let's just call this hardware. Okay, 1 minute. This is my problem. Hold on, where is it? Wait. Oh my. Okay, sorry about that. You don't have to do that. It's just because I was testing it out. Anyway, so you want to just create a C# operating system called hardware. Okay. You want to delete the hardware boot, delete the kernel, and in the assembly info.cs you just want to change this to ring.system. Oh shoot. I was in the wrong assembly info. Okay. Assembly ring and then using so pretty much the same thing we did here, except it's not in the user ring, it's in the system ring. I'll explain how rings work in a second. So we'll just import the cosmos.common into this project, and there we go. So the way the ring system works is there are 3 rings, I believe. We'll just look here. Ring.core, which is 0. I think that's hardware, which is 1. System, which is 2, and user, which is 3. So the way rings work is that a project, so the rings are given a value, a number value. Oops, I did not mean to start that. Right. So as you can see, core is 0, HAL or hardware is 1, system is 2, user is 3. So a project with a project can only talk to other projects with rings that are adjacent to that project's rings. So let's say a project is running in ring user, which is 3. Let me just double check. Yeah. This means that the ring user can talk to ring 4 and ring 2, which is system. And there is no ring 4, so I'm just going to get rid of that. And that's why we're making this one system, because we want our operating system, our main kernel, which is in ring user, which is ring 3, to be able to talk to our hardware project, which is in ring system. I'll explain it a little more in a second. So, I'll just see how they explain it. Same page. Alright. Rings are a safety feature that Cosmos uses. That means the kernel, which runs in ring 3 user, can only talk to its own ring and the ones adjacent to it, which is system, because there's no ring 4. This means that it is not possible to create or use a screen in the kernel or your main Cosmos project. You need to make a new project. This will run in ring 2 system, and ring 3 can talk to ring 2. And if there was a ring 4, I could talk to that. And then that will be able to talk to the kernel in ring 3 and the hardware ring, which that's where the screen is, which is in ring 1. So it's like, you can't talk to person A, but person B can talk to person A and tell you what they said. That's the simplest way I can put it. So yeah, so we'll get into this right now. I'll show you what happens if you try to talk to a ring that's in a ring that isn't adjacent to your ring in a second, but first let's just create the GUI. So project, add class, and it's called display driver. Alright, so we'll just create a new display driver.cs. Make sure it's in the hardware project, because like I just said, hardware can talk to the ring 1, which is where our screen or GUI lies, and it could also talk to our kernel. So let's do that. Let's go. Let's copy all of this code, and we're also going to need a new import, so I'll show you what that is in a second. Get rid of that, and we'll copy the imports. So the new import we're going to have is open up the references for our hardware project. Make sure it's in the hardware project. Add reference, extensions, how. Yeah, okay. So, thought it was hardware for some reason. Anyway. I'm not sure if I pronounced that HAL or HAL. Correct me in the comments, but don't give me hate. So, let's... right. I guess I could kinda explain what's happening. We're just calling our screen, and by doing this we're talking to the hardware, the HAL, then that's where our screen lies in ring 1. But if we tried to get this with our kernel, we couldn't, because the kernel's in ring 3, and ring 3 can't talk to ring 1 or 0. So yeah, we're just getting our VGA screen, or screen, and we're initializing it here. And this is the initialization, just setting its graphics to the screen size, you know, and then we're clearing the screen, and this is the color we're going to clear the screen with. I'll just set that to blue. 9 is dark blue, if you're wondering, I believe. What you could do is you could just go like this, and then you could go like this to watch. But make sure you don't use anything else from the system. You could maybe use some methods, but mostly enums. Let's see if we're using it in the kernel. Yeah, we are for console.writeline. So let's see what we can do here. We can go ahead and do this. So alright. So we can go console color dot blue, and then just change this to add a cast to the int, and then if we roll over the blue, as you can see, it returns the value of 9 when we convert it or cast it to an int. I don't think we could use, I don't think we could parse it because it's not a string, but still. I think we could actually just, let me just try something here. I don't think this will work because of plugs and stuff, but you know, what am I doing? No, it's not gonna work, whatever. So you could just go cast it to an integer, then just console color dot, then you go, the one that we were doing is cyan, no it's not cyan, I think it's light blue. It's not on here, but if you don't know the numbers for some colors, you could just use console color. But make sure you aren't using much from the system libraries, or pretty much any library except for the Cosmos library, because you're probably going to run into some plug errors, so you can't really program like you would on a regular console application. It doesn't work like that. So yeah, we got all these colors, and since we aren't really running any code, we're just calling some values. We're not going to run into any plug errors. I'll even try it here to make sure that I'm not telling you guys false information. So clear, we're doing the same thing. And here we can clear it with a color that we choose. So here we could also use the console color enum, just cast it to an int, step, get width, get height, basic stuff. Set pixel raw, that will just call the screen and just say, hey screen, set the pixels. But I don't think we can call the screen from the ring user, so yeah. And I think there's just set pixel too. Yeah. So let's go ahead and look at some more stuff here. So you know what, let's just see if our GUI works. Actually no, it's not gonna work yet. What we're gonna do is just go to using the driver, head over to our kernel, go up here, internal, this, let's just import our hardware. And then we want to go into our references, add a reference, go to projects, hardware, and okay, believe that should fix it. Oh yeah, okay. Internal display driver, display, call it whatever you want. But if you're new to C#, I guess, you should probably just follow me exactly what I'm doing, but yeah. Now up here in our before run, we could just say we're not going to really add any logging system right now because we probably know what's happening. We can see the exceptions and everything. So unless we're giving it to a user, and the user has to tell us what's happening. They're not a dev, they won't know what's happening, so then they're gonna have to report it. Yeah, we don't have to worry about it right now because you probably shouldn't release your console right away. I mean your OS right away. So display dot equals new display driver. And make sure this is in our before run, because if it's in run, then it's gonna keep creating a display driver, and then that's just gonna mess up your operating system. I'm too scared to try it. So display.init and okay, let's just see if it works. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need this anymore, but yeah, let's go to start. Oh, if you get this error, what you want to do is right click your OS name boot. Make sure you deleted the one in hardware. That's not the one you want. So right click your boot and set as startup project. It should have a Cosmos icon, and then when you click on it, it should say project file .cosmos, and should be your operating system name, and then boot .cosmos, and it should have the Cosmos icon. So start. See if we run into any exceptions, maybe rings or errors or whatever. Perfect. Build started. Build succeeded, so we didn't run into any errors with rings, which might have happened, you never know. And I didn't really expect any errors from the plug. Whenever I say plug, it just reminds me of like Kodak Black's song on the plug, but whatever. So we'll go up here to what was I going to? So as you can see, I used the console color without running into any errors with the plug. And as you can see, we have our GUI here. It's clearing this screen right now, but since this is in a virtual machine with very low allocated memory, it's going to take quite a while to just clear fully. So yeah, we'll just wait it out. Should be nearly done. I like this color, by the way. It's like nice. I used to be using the color 3 for light nice blue, 9 for dark blue, but I might use this because it's nice. So as you can see, it cleared. Now from here we can modify the GUI and everything. On actual hardware, like if this was running on my computer, it'd probably be instant. It's just that it's on a virtual machine inside of my computer that I don't give too much memory. Okay, what was I gonna do? Change this to 11 because I don't really feel like adding the system import. You don't have to. I mean, if it really helps you, you could keep using console color, but if you just want to follow along, you could use my colors. And maybe you can memorize all the console colors. Anyway, let's actually just add some code. So, what should we add? Should we add a mouse? I'll actually add a mouse next episode. Next episode, I guess we'll talk about rings and no, next episode we'll talk about the mouse driver and plugs. So should be soon, hopefully, knock on wood. But yeah, before we wrap this up, I'm just gonna really quickly draw something. So let's go up here. By the way, I'm pretty sure run runs every frame. So yeah, if your computer's good, it should run 60 frames a second. But if you add too much, then it could run at 0 frames a second. And if it runs at 0 frames a second, then you won't even be able to run your computer. So you know, whenever you play a game and then it hits 0 frames a second, that's how your computer's gonna be like if you add too much. So, but it probably won't happen because the graphics are pretty bad. So we'll add a method display dot draw something draw main menu. Let's go ahead and maybe you will get some lag because it's a virtual machine with low allocated memory, but alright, let's go in our display driver and make a public void. Draw main menu. You don't have to do this, I'm just showing you what you could do. And then we'll go and then we'll type in like set pixel. We could use raw, but maybe in the future it will change. On my actual operating system, not my tutorial one, I have some methods that I'm probably gonna move onto the tutorials, like creating windows, and like not the actual Windows operating system, like Windows, like the Visual Studio I have open. And you know, hopefully that there are going to be some plugs released for system.net, system.net.sockets, system.text.regular expressions, because we're going to really need those. We need regular expressions for what? Creating our own language, our programming language. We're going to need net and net.sockets to communicate with the internet, so hopefully somebody makes a plug for some of that. I mean, I know I'm not, because I'm not a very good coder, but whatever. So let's just finish this up. 2, 2, 3. And then we'll just create some add some more. You know, in the future, we're not gonna, you know, be drawing like this. We're gonna have some methods. Maybe if iterators get implemented, like, not iterators, like iterables and everything, then it'll be lots and lots easier to set pixels, but, you know, it might not even happen. They say that they're working, like, the community on Cosmos is working on regular expressions. Really excited for that. I want to make my own programming language in my operating system, but I'm getting too ahead of myself here. So, and we're nearly done. I'm nearly done what I want to draw. You guys are probably so confused on what I'm drawing right now. But yeah, once again, we aren't going to be drawing like this in the future. This is just so tedious. I have code that can draw rectangles, some functions that can draw rectangles. That's for later though. Maybe next episode, I don't know. Let's see, he's got 7, 2, 7, 7, 7. Alright, oh my god, I probably messed this up so bad, but let's try it. Oh, man. I'm gonna be so embarrassed if this messes up. But then again, you know, it's probably gonna happen with lots of things. Now we have to wait again for the screen to clear. As you can see, it does this really weird pattern for me. I'm not sure why. On my other operating system, it's different. I don't know. It's similar though, very similar. Probably doing something wrong. I don't know, man. Just wait for this to finish up. Clearing the screen. Once again, I'll leave a link to the this GitHub page in the description, hopefully, if I remember. Probably I will. Maybe I will. Knock on wood again. Okie dokie. Open up this. Nearly done. It might actually be hard to see because this is like cyan and this is like really light blue, so hopefully we could see it. Oh wait, oh it worked. You see that? It says hi. It worked. It's kind of hard to see, but if you look close, it says hi. It worked, but you know, I'll change the color here. You know, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it black. So right now you don't really have to yeah, just ignore that if that happens. What, mate? I swear. Yeah, stopping this didn't work, but whatever. I am kinda determined to very determined to make it visible. I'm just changing the color here. Oh, I thought I messed up. Oops, I went too far. Okay. See what the problem is. It is in the ring user, bro. Why is it in the ring system? What? Everybody watching this knows that I sent this to a user. Whatever. That scared me. And as you can see, it says hi. So it worked. I mean, I did not expect that to actually work. So yeah, guys, I'll catch you in the next episode. I hope you have a great day. Also, hope you're having a great day. So, good luck with your operating system, and yeah, I'll see you next episode.